Alright guys, how's it going? So I wanted to get this out before the Super Bowl to one, remind everyone of this situation, and two, to prepare ourselves for the likelihood of the Chiefs winning everything. And before we get started, I am not by any means a fan of Taylor. I have about 7 playlists on Spotify that I listen to, and totaling between all of those playlists, it's about 3,000 songs, and none of them have a Taylor Swift song in them. I don't hate her music, it just ain't for me. But onto the video. So for the handful of y'all who don't know about the whole situation, there's probably like 2 of you, but just in case, Taylor Swift magically showed up at a Chiefs game pretty early into the NFL season this year. I think it was maybe like their 3rd game of the season. Don't quote me on that because I might be wrong. And it turns out that Travis Kelce, the tight end for the Kansas City Chiefs, slid into her DMs and invited her to a game. Now, you might be confused as to why she would get hate for this, and honestly, you would be correct. But the frustration that a lot of people have is really towards the media and the NFL and not her. I think just because it's her face, they're directing it at her for those reasons, right? Ever since she's been at the games, the NFL has kind of changed, to be honest, and I've seen it too, if I'm being frank with y'all. It used to be like this, we're all about football, and then all of a sudden it seemed like their marketing kind of switched to we're all about the fans this season. And there's nothing inherently wrong with that, but they started showing Taylor Swift really regularly, like in the sweet cheering for her boyfriend. Again, she's not doing anything wrong there. She just has no control over where the cameras are being pointed and how much screen time she's actually being allotted, right? She's just there to cheer pretty much her boyfriend on and be happy for him. And then the NFL got so bad to a point that they changed their bio saying that the Chiefs are 2-0 as Swifties, and the football heads lost it. And I remember kind of losing it there too, because that game that they posted that for like had a very controversial ref call in that, and I understand the frustration there, but again, this wasn't Taylor's fault, dude. She didn't make the post, the NFL did at the end of the day. And that situation right there kind of catapulted this whole entire thing into a frenzy, if you will. I mean, every day I see something new about her and the Chiefs, or, oh, she, especially right now with the Super Bowl, like, it's getting old, but it's not her fault. And after those first couple games, the media was reporting that Kelce's jersey sales nearly jumped 400%, right? And I gotta wonder how many jerseys were being sold before to make it go up that high, because when you first read it, it sounds like, oh my god, millions of people have bought these jerseys, when, I mean, that could be the case, don't get me wrong, but when they say 400%, that could mean like, oh, last month 1,000 people bought her jerseys. Now, this next month, 400,000 people bought her jerseys. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what it could be. These fans are bandwagon fans, nonetheless, keep in mind. But I will repeat myself once again. This is not her fault, bro. Now, you can make the argument that some of her fans are chronically insane, and I would agree with you 110% there, but not all of them are like that, you know? And she can't control what other people do at the end of the day. She can only control her environment and her actions at the end of the day. So, yeah, as the season went on, the Chiefs were playing really good, and they seemed to have been winning almost every single game that she was at. And I think I even said something back in October, like, if she's at the game, they're winning and making it to the Super Bowl. And I was right, but I don't blame her for that. You know what I'm saying? It's either super lucky, or the NFL knows that when they show her and him being happy, I guess shipping them as much as they can, they'll get insanely more views, jersey sales, and hell, even ticket sales. Like, these losers really want me to think that Taylor's behind this? Like, what kind of Megamind, Pinky and the Brain villain art conspiracy are you coming up with, bro? Like, these people's angers is actually directed at the wrong person. I really think you need to be upset at the NFL, man. That's just me. But the hate doesn't stop here. So when the Chiefs won their game to make it to the Super Bowl, at least to me, it just seemed like everyone went wild about it. Like in good ways and in bad ways, of course. You got the fans and the not fans. But there was one person who actually might have been beheaded in Fortnite, of course. This dude made AI, let's just say adult content of her at the Chiefs games, getting the train pretty much. I can't show them on here. I'm sure you can find them if you search for them, but I'm not going to provide them here just because I agree with how upset Taylor was over this, and honestly, her fans. She's actually wanting to get laws passed to try and get charges pressed for this AI art per se. And honestly, I agree. Like, I don't know if y'all got a sister or not, but I know we all got a mom somewhere. And how would you feel if someone did something like that, but with your mom or your sister? Like, I'd be seeking legal counsel too before I go on my own Liam Neeson Taken rampage. Now, lastly, this seems to be a newer trending subject in regards to Taylor Swift, and it's that there's some weirdo out there who tracks all these celebrity flights, and her fans apparently go wild for this, and she's trying to basically get that person to stop doing that because it's borderline stalking, right? I mean, yeah, it is, but the hate that she's getting here is due to how much she flies and the short distances that she chooses to fly. Now, I've seen the memes. They're kind of pretty funny if I'm being honest. And I heard from this TikTok that she apparently used her jet to fly 28 miles. Like, Taylor, come on, man. That's absurd. Like, I get flying anything that's over a 4-hour drive, but 28 miles is like a 30-minute drive to an hour. So I do understand the criticism here, but on the other side of that same coin, I'm sure she has the top of the line security, probably from Lockheed Martin themselves, and they probably told her, due to her fame and popularity, that this is the safest thing that she can do if she wants to travel. I think that they might be right. Like, can you imagine the uproar that would be caused by her stands if she was reported at an airport, or hell, even if her bus was spotted on the road? Like, that can't be safe, bro. At the very least, that has to be such a huge inconvenience. So I get why she would want to fly everywhere, but when you're trying to look out for the planet, that shit just comes off as hypocritical. At least to me. Like, if you're doing it for safety, I get it. But like I said, 28 miles is pretty absurd, bro. So what's the moral of this video, right? If you made it this far, because my last video, people only made it less than 2 minutes before they had something to say. Anyways, Taylor Swift just seems to be doing Taylor Swift. I don't think she can help that everyone is freaking out over her. I mean, I think even Travis Kelce said at one point that people and the NFL are overdoing it, and I agree, but she doesn't have any control over that, you know? She's just there trying to have a good time and support someone that she looks like she loves a lot. And there's nothing wrong with that, and that should be celebrated, if anything. Like I said, the hate should be going towards the people and organizations who are trying to exploit that. At least that's just me. But anyways, guys, that's going to be it for the video today. Subscribe if you haven't already. And if you enjoyed it, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Comment what you think down below. I do read the comments, even if you disagree with me. And if you didn't see my last video, well, oh boy, like I said earlier, people only saw like 2 out of the 8 minutes before they decided to comment and I guess share it within their own little circle. I don't know, but it was just crazy. Like, y'all ain't gonna change my mind. The pictures are worth 1,000 words. Y'all only commented like 20 words. But anyway, I'll just link it down in the description below in case you want to check that out. And with that, man, I will see you in the next one. Have a good day. Peace.